from the Amera Center North Side, North Sydney, Nova Scotia, as your New Scotland Storm gets set to take the ice against the Joneljim Cougars. Tonight is the Cougars pink at the rink. So once the teams get on the ice, there's going to be a little ceremony here to celebrate cancer survivors and create awareness, and we'll be live for that. Of course, this is the team's first regular season game back after the league being shut down last weekend for the Monktonian AAA Challenge in Moncton, New Brunswick, where your Storm won out in the round robin and then ended up losing to Halifax in the crossovers. Storm went into playoffs as the number 2 seed, and just Halifax came out with a good game, strong game, and went on to win the Monktonian, win gold at the Monktonian. So congratulations to the Halifax Wolverines. They dropped their first game of the tournament and then went on to win 6 in a row to win gold. So congratulations to the Wolverines. Watching as they get set, rolling out the red carpet. Last year we filmed from here with just cellular data, and that was terrible. So tonight we've got some of the rink's Wi-Fi. Seems to be working pretty well. Around the league, there's some games going on in action. We've got the Halifax Wolverines currently up 5-1 over the Rangers. And at the Apple Dome in Berwick, the Gulls are up 4-1 over the Valley Wildcats. And in Dartmouth, we have a 2-2 tie. Currently a 2-2 tie in the Bearcats. Did I say in Dartmouth? That's a Bandit. Sorry. In Bedford. Truro visits Bedford, tied at 2-2 currently. And in Dartmouth, the Warewell Bombers, who the Storm play in Pictou County tomorrow, are trailing the Dartmouth Whalers 1-0. And welcome to the ice, your New Scotland Storm. Storm were also here last year for the Cougars Pink at the Rink Day. It's going to be hard to hear. And it's not just you folks that can't hear or understand. It's pretty mumbled here in the rink too. Message to the players is that cancer can always be beaten and there are many positive outcomes. local cancer survivor, going to share some of her experiences. I think he said that might be her grandson. And number 14, that's Brody Walker, forward, 2008 born forward, 5'8", 169 pounds. And number 10, Captain Brody Dawson, presenting flowers. Brody, of course, is a 2008 born player, returning player to the team, 5'7", 145 pounds. I unfortunately did not hear who the lady was or her relationship.
So in advance to tonight's game, the players scored blocks on 50-50. And we're going to draw for now. So the first draw is for $1,000. So with the number, first number to draw was 180, which is Dave Ellsworth and Maggie Ellsworth. So Thomas and Claire. Next draw is for $500. So it is number 29. The winner is Patsy Greenshore, sold by Brody Dawson. And the last draw is for $100. And it's number 341, Cheyenne McLeod, sold by Katie Wallace. Congratulations, everybody.
There you have it, Storm Watchers. Joneljim Cougars U15 Major, Pink at the Rink Day, celebrating cancer survivors. I believe the team will stay out and play the game in their pink jerseys. Oh. 2 captains. Ceremonial face-off. Aiden O'Donnell skating back to the line. Brody Dawson for the Cougars. It's time for the national anthem. And there you have it, Storm Watchers. And we're going to get a hockey game underway here momentarily as the kids get their gear on. So Storm goaltender Sullivan Cherry heading to the net. Looks like you're getting the start today. So around the league as the kids get ready, we've got Halifax is up 6-2 over the Rangers. The Wildcats have come back to make it a game down in Berwick. Gulls leading 4-3. In Bedford, the Bearcats have now taken a 3-2 lead. And in Dartmouth, we're all tied up at 1 apiece with the Warewell Bombers and the Dartmouth Whalers. So, River Welsh is back for the Storm. Owen O'Donnell starting at center. River Welsh at right wing. He wins. Back to Oliver Scotland. Jacob Shoup is at left wing. Want to say big shout out to Chase Warrington watching from home today. Number 13. Chase is home pretty sick. Good trip. I know the kids wish you well. There's the first shot on goal and a save by Sully. So coming out is Cole McLeod. A lot of family here. Cole's father's from Sydney Mines. Grandfather, grandmother, aunt, cousins. Lots of family and friends here to support Big Mac. That's Mac Clements, Mac Daddy, coming out of the corner with the puck. Cross the red line, hits McLeod on the way in. McLeod back to the goal line. Number 24 on them. Back out to the point. Matic Lopez. Brody Dawson. Back, Lopez. Flips it up to Boudreau. Boudreau, they nail it off the stick and dump it in. Sully gets a stick on that. Sets it up for Krillman. Big long stretch pass over to McLeod, hits it in. I say Krillman, McLeod. McLeod heads back to the bench. That's Gallant and Pluitt giving Shoop, number 15, Camden Gallant. Aiden O'Donnell's on. Cam the man. Gets out past the red line. Cougars are going to pick it up. Out into the neutral zone. Rogers recovers. Gives it to Odie. Odie over to Nelson. Nelson's going to send it in. As he gets hit. Straight after the release. Odie in the corner. Racing. Trying to get out front. There's Pluitt. Chiefs working behind them. The net. Rogers keeps it in. Sends it in deep. Pluitt coming in behind. Off the shin pad and down into the Storm zone. We've got a foot race. And Rogers gets beat. Gallant in the corner. Support from Rogers. Rogers gets him in, pins him up. Gallant supporting. Out front. Shot save. Nice. Wicked glove save on the rebound shot. Made the first save, rebound, then shot, and Sully makes the huge glove save. .007 on the draw. Back to Sanford. Sanford brings it around. Nobody, a little bit of confusion. Nobody goes to get it except for the pink jerseys out in front of the net. 007. Gets it slapped off the stick as he gets set up to take the shot. Sends it back to Sanford. Sanford across the front into the near corner. Cougars there first. Back to Sanford in the neutral zone. Gets across the red line, dumps it in, gets hit from behind. And the Cougars goaltender covers it up. And Shoop is heading to the box. I missed it. So the Storm will go on their first penalty kill of the So we got Caden Mullins in net for the Cougars. Sorry, folks. That was Owen O'Donnell on the face-off. Shot. Pat save. They missed the rebound shot. Back to the point, the Cougars. In deep. Krillman rims it around. That's going to come out of the zone, through the neutral zone, and back down into the Cougar zone where Mullins sets it up for his forward, Nicholas Bass Christmas. Into the Storm zone, in deep. That's Gavin Suds, assistant captain and defenseman extraordinaire. Cross crease, and they score. $18, I think. Yeah, it fit the bill. Tucker Sinclair scores for the Joneljim Cougars to put them up 1-0. Scores a power play goal. Sinclair on the face-off against Odie. Krillman. And the Cougars are offside. Sorry, guys, that was Cohen McNeil, not Tucker Sinclair. Number 16, Cohen McNeil, 2008. Wow, that's what they're saying, but Tucker Sinclair is the one that came to the bench because McNeil's 5'11". There's no mistake in those two. Odie. Still working. That shot misses high. Rebound's going to come out to the neutral zone. 21 for the Cougars. Comes across crease. They regroup in their defensive zone. Up through the neutral zone. Breaking in on the near side. Little delay. Drillman's there. Gives him a little shoulder. Odie with the puck, skating it through the legs. It comes off the stick and back into D zone of the Cougars. 007, forcing the pass, coming across the top. Rookie River Welsh back from a fractured thumb. First game back, made the trip up on the bus. There's a shot, and that just got under the pad, the right pad of Sully. And the Cougars go up 2-1, or 2-0. Leading the charge is number 27, Nicholas Bass Christmas. .007 on the draw. 9:55 to go in the first period. So 5:05 in the first. Bass Christmas calling for it out at the point. Shot not snagged out of the air. Get some line changes. So yeah, the team left Cole Harbor Place, the eye of the storm, at about 9:30 this morning. Came up on a bus, staying at the Hampton Inn number 2. That's Cole McLeod on the face-off. Claire Sanford with the reverse. Up to McLeod, off the stick, into the neutral zone. Cougars. That's Clements trying to backhand it over to McLeod. That hits the skate of the Cougar player. Scotland rims it around off the stick. Off the stick of Sanford. Nate Boudreau. And that's going to be icing storm. So Big Mac stays out for the draw. Boudreau and Clements are his wingers. Scotland, Sanford are the D pair. Sanford around behind the net, coming across. Clements, Mac Daddy. Up to Big Mac, who dumps it in. Around to the near side, Clements heads him off at the pass. McLeod battling in the corner, a couple pink jerseys. Clements comes in for support. Boudreau lays the shoulder into him, knocks him over. Now Scotland over to Sanford. Sanford gets it on net, and Mullen snags that out of the air with his glove, flashing the leather. Aiden O'Donnell on the faceoff. Gallant over to Gallant. He wins it over to Gallant. Gallant to Krillman. Krillman sends it in through a bunch of traffic. And Gallant. Is that going to make its way in? It's still loose. No whistle. Back to Krillman. Into traffic off the shoulder of 18. Sinclair. Lopez. Might have said it was Sanford earlier, but I'm pretty sure that was Lopez. We'll have to check the video. In on the far side, right out front. Blocker save. Yeah, back to the neutral zone. 24 dumps it in. Plant. Odie's in front. In behind them, Odie shots. Shoots. Big save. Pad save by Mullins. Plant's offside. Face off out in the neutral zone, and the teams will change their lines. .007 on the draw. Under attack into the zone. 00. Jacob Shoop. Shoop, there it is. Storm didn't get a lot of practice in this week. Practice was canceled altogether on Wednesday due to illness and injury. And Thursday's practice had about half the team there due to the same reasons, illness and injury. And of course, as mentioned earlier, forward Chase Warrington unable to make the trip due to illness. So the Storm didn't have a great week of practice, and some of them are still not feeling well and up to 100%. See if they can put some things together here. Thomas Kluich is back from concussion protocol, out last weekend at the Monctonian due to a hit at their last home game versus Halifax. So the Cougars in their zone, trying to get the stretch pass across. It's in behind them. Scotland picks it up in the Storm's D zone. Skates it behind the net. Now a delay. Rims it around, gets past Clements. 007 goes off. That's going to go all the way down. And icing. So 6:33 to go in the first period. The Storm are trailing 2-0. Some Saturday night classics going on. Johnny Cash playing. Can't go wrong with Johnny. Man in black. Big Mac on the faceoff. He wins, gets it over to Clements. Clements trying to push it out. Boudreau doesn't quite get out. Doesn't quite cross over the line. Trying to center it. That hits Sanford and skates. McLeod's there. Sanford. Pink picks it up out to the point. Over D to D pass. On goal. No. Oh, nice. It was towards the net, and that was in through traffic and hit players and hits the ice. And Sully, cat-like reflexes, gets his glove out over it and swipes it in. Covers it up, freezes the play. Odie on the draw. And he wins over to Glant. Glant skating through the neutral zone. Odie coming through. Back the other way. Krillman picking it up at the red line. He's going to dump it in. He's going to force Mullins to get a blocker on it, drive it into the corner. Storm get on side. Odie pokes that off the stick. Wide angle shot. That's saved. Rebound. Unable to get it now. Lopez. Lopez is going to dump it up. Odie in behind the net. In and around again behind the net. Juice Gallant. Odie on the wall. Out in front of the net. Oh, Juice. Krillman. Cross ice. Lopez is going to get there. They poke it off the stick, though. They're not offside. Why are we? Looked like the Storm thought we were offside. Jacob Shoup. That's Lopez in the skates. Reverse into the red line, looking to dump that in. So the forwards have changed. We've got Welsh, Shoup, and 00. And D are still out. Cougars into the corner. Out at the point. Storm unable to gain control of the puck. Now the puck out in the neutral zone. Cougars taking it back. Out in front. 007. Oh, nice save by Mullen. 007 with the backhand. And Aiden Mullen, Cougars goaltender, has to juggle it some and ends up covering. I don't know. I think I just won the 50-50. I got nobody from the team around me. Denise, text Carey. Rogers, getting it in, unable to get the shot off. Clements around behind the net. Icing Cougars. Coming all the way back down. 3:42 to go in the first period. Storm are trailing 2-0. Big Mac comes out for the face-off. Odie's on the draw. Got Owen O'Donnell, Cole McLeod with him. Looking to get something going. Shot wide across the other side. Nelson keeps it in. Recovered by the Cougars. Coming around to the near side. Rogers steps up, is able to keep it in, pokes it up into the corner. Goes around back, 007. And McLeod forcing the action. Cougars behind their net, passing up to the right side. I guess that's their left side. That goes around in behind the net. Big Mac through the zone. In over to Odie. Odie scores! Aiden O'Donnell gets the Storm on the scoreboard. Beauty of assist from Big Mac. And the Storm get back to within one. That is, that's Odie's 17th goal of the season. 26th point. Matt Clements on the faceoff. Clements. Juice. Clements. Gotland gets a stick on it, puts it off to the side. Rogers going to send it in. Over to the far side. Juice. And Clements out with it. Clements trying to work through traffic, gets it to Juice. They get a stick, poke it off a stick, land behind the net. That one almost goes in. Face off in the Cougar zone. It turns out I didn't win it. I couldn't, hard to hear them speaking here. But I guess Carrie McLeod, Roy's sister, Cole McLeod's aunt, won it. Cougars keep it in. 2 minutes to go in the period. Grillman. Odie rims it around. 007. Grillman with the puck in front of the net, passes it off the skate, but Odie picks that up. And they're offside by about half a step. Got the Storm power line on. Double O up. McLeod knocks it down, gets it in on the other side. McLeod going to the net. Just loses it just short of the net. In behind. Nice move by Lopez. Stop that. Cougars coming in on the left side. Shot, stick save, Sully. Pass over to Double O, pass to Odie. Last minute of the period, Odie in on the far side. He's going to delay, gets hit. Falls down, head first into the boards. No call on that. Odie was suspended for less. Nelson in behind the Storm net. That's a turnover, Suds. Now Welsh. Young man River. Into the zone, he lays up. To the near side, Cluett. That was tipped by the Cougars' own player. to get on net. 21.9 seconds to go in the first period. Storm are trailing 2-1. Face off in the Cougar zone. Enough time to make something happen here. Good shot, a little bit wide. Mullins puts a stick on it. Nelson hit it hard, rims it all the way around. Tommy Gunn right into the shin pads, back out the neutral zone. Clements now the reverse, dumps it in. And there you have it, Storm Watchers. That's the end of the first period, where your New Scotland Storm trail the Joneljim Cougars by a score of 2-1. Shots on goal are 8 for the Storm and 12 for the Cougars. Around the league, the Wolverines are leading the Rangers, score of 6-2. And we have a final down at the Apple Dome where the Gulls have defeated the Valley Wildcats by a score of 4-3. In Bedford, the Bearcats are now leading 4-2 over the Bandits. And we still have a tie game in Dartmouth where they're 1-1 against the Warewell Bombers. So the Storm want to give a big shout out to New Scotland Clothing Company for coming on board to be the team's title sponsor this season. New Scotland Clothing Company with their flagship store at 16 Portland Street, Dartmouth, downtown Dartmouth, just up from Alderney Drive, and on Upper Water Street in Halifax, a satellite store. New Scotland Clothing, designed in Nova Scotia. Canadian-made clothing, designed in Nova Scotia. Sustainable. They have some great clothing ideas. You can visit them in store or at newscotlandclothing.ca. When you join their mailing list, you get 15% off your first order, too. All right, off to the near side. That shoot coming in, gets a stick on it. Cougars keep it in, dump it on into the far corner. They're first to the puck on the board. Storm watching things happen there. Puck out into the neutral zone. There, Cougars just corrected the scoring on their first goal to Tucker Sinclair. Lopez going coast to coast, coming through cross crease. Welsh just misses the pass. Back around behind the Cougars net. Into the far corner in the Cougar in the O zone.
Again? I forget.
An interview?
Yeah. Want me to do that after the second period?
Yeah. All right, we've got our interview guests all lined up for the intermission. In 13 and a half minutes or so of game time. Probably about 20 minutes of real time. All right, that's Juice in Scotland. Juice in deep, sending it back to Sanford. Sanford up the boards. Cougars collect that. Juice on the boards, now out Plant. Gets it taken off the stick by Suds. 007. Storm back to their lines that they started out with. Storm changing on the fly. Odie still out there. Boudreau coming across. Now Clements. Stormer offside. He wisely held up. Waited for them to get onside. Sanford dumps it in. Goes off the back of Suds. Off the back of his shin pad, that is. Scotland off the glass and out. Recovered by Suds. Suds. And send it on down. Sanford puts it on net. Rebound out. Suds puts it in behind their net. Dawson. And Suds' icing attempt hits the linesman. Keeps it from going down. It's picked up McLeod over to Rogers. Rogers is going to send that into the near corner in the O zone. And that shot on goal is swallowed up and smothered by Mullins. Who freezes the play, and the Cougars get a much-needed line change. And in Halifax, we have a final. The Wolverines have defeated the Rangers 6-2. That is a final score. Nice little backhand try there. Just missed a little bit. 007 in the corner. Coming across the tops. Welsh. Fluid sends it into the boards. The other side. Cougars. That's Rogers up to shoot. Tries to get it out to Welsh. Going off to the far side. Cougars are going to try to ice it, but puts it on net, so no icing. Blew it up. That gets it to Welsh to 007. Dumps and chase. Last Christmas sends it around and behind his net. He misses that. Odie steps up on the wall. Lopez rubbed out on the boards. Cougars recover that. Stumped and off of Lopez's skates. No ice. Krillman fakes the slapper and picks it up. Reverses around. Sends it to Clewett. Cross ice pass over to Gallant. Gallant in on the far side. He's got Odie. Going to take the shot. Looked like he was going to try to hit the pad and get it off back at to Odie. Just misses a little bit on the short side. Cougars in behind their net from Odie. That pass is in behind. Gallant's going to send that back into the zone. Fluid meets him in the corner. Support from Odie. Puck comes out in behind the Cougar net. Far side, Clements. Cougar skating. Boudreau tries a stick lift. Odie gets one there. Lopez coming back the other way. Him and Boudreau almost fighting for the puck, it looked like. And the Storm are offside. 10:15 to go in the second period. Storm are trailing 2-1. No, and the shots are 9 for the Cougars. Sorry, folks. 9 shots for the Cougars, 13 shots for the Storm. Cloud wins it. Boudreau scoops it out, takes it in. Now the Storm are offside. Scotland dumps it in, gives the team a chance to get onside. McLeod with the pressure. Puck off to the near side. Sanford's there. She's going to send it into the zone. Gets hit as she does. As she releases. Bass Christmas for the Cougars. Sends it off to the far side. On to the near side. Sanford comes over, slaps it off the stick as he gets there. Now McLeod battling in the corner. Gets tripped. And the Storm will go on their first McDonald's power play. Delayed penalty. Sully skates to the net, or to the bench for the extra attacker, but doesn't quite get there on the long skate from the far end. So the Storm are going to go on a McDonald's power play. Power play brought to you by McDonald's Restaurants. Winpool Road in Halifax. Spring Garden Road in Halifax. Elmsdale, New Glasgow. Several other local McDonald's restaurants around the province. That was McLeod. Now, 007, Krillman. Krillman up to Clements in the corner. Gets around behind him. Odie working in the corner. Big Mac coming in. 00 just keeps that in. Pass it off to Odie, but that one's off the stick and down to the Storm D zone. 007 in behind the net. Odie in on the near side. Odie is going to come around, goes in behind the net. Back to 007. To Krillman. Krillman at the wall. And that'll kill the first minute of the period with now not the period penalty, with 1 to go. That's McLeod. Trying to get it across to Clements, I think. Clements working in the corner. Columbus trying to get it over to Odie. Back the other way, shot, and that's swallowed up by Sully. 37 seconds to go on this McDonald's power play. 8:13 to go in the period. Storm are trailing 2-1. Storm really need to take advantage of this McDonald's power play and score a goal. The first quarter or so of the season, Storm's power play was absolutely deadly. It's fizzled a little bit here of late, but with the firepower we've got, we'll get it back no time. Juice! They get a stick off. He shoots, goes off to the far side, and the Cougars are able to clear that down. Sully sets it up for Krillman. 13 seconds to go on the power play. McDonald's power play. A pass attempt to get a stick on it. Goes in behind Odie. He has to stop. Passes it back to Krillman. And the power play has expired. Odie gets the shot off. One last second. Back, everybody back to even strength. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, and we've got a penalty on the Cougars. So the Storm are going on another McDonald's power play. Back-to-back McDonald's power plays for the Storm. That is number 4. Carter Ford heading to the box for the Cougars. Now that power play, the Storm just had 2 O'Donnells and McLeod on for almost the entire 2 minutes. Need to change it up here a little bit. Give some players a break. Krillman. A McDouble. That's right on. A McDouble power play. McLeod. Speaking of Mick, Big Mac shot. And that Mullins grabbed it with his glove and bobbled it and ended up trapping it on against his body. I think it wasn't in the glove. 6:40 to go in the period, 1:22 to go in the McDonald's McDouble power play. So Odie is out and young man River. Big Mac on the face-off. Linesman adjusting his pant or skate. Cloud wins. Excuse me, pardon me on. McLeod wins 007 over to Krillman. Krillman in his wheelhouse. Short side, blocker save. Off the player, Krillman. 00 thought it was going out. It was way out into the neutral zone. McLeod back to 00. Otherwise known as Donnie or Owen O'Donnell by his parents. There you go, River Welsh. Young man River scores. A McDonald's power play. Mick scores to tie the game up. River Welsh in his first game back after a broken thumb scores the McPower play goal to tie the game up with 6:12 to go in the second period. We got a hockey game. Odie wins that faceoff, poking through, rushing, getting into the zone. There's Juice in the high slot. Over to Odie now on the wall. Scotland keeps it in. Backhands into the pink jersey. Now they're coming back the other way. Got Sanford. Scotland going to the box, it looks like. No? Oh, they're both going, offsetting. A slash call. So we've got offsetting penalties, staying 5-on-5. Neither are posted up on the board, so 5:55. They should be coming off at about 3:55, or a whistle after 3:55, I suppose. Krillman, they're offside. Juice was almost up to the Amero logo. We do not have a penalty kill sponsor yet. Need a good defense lawyer or something for that. 007 on the draw. They send it in deep around into the near corner in the O zone. Welsh on the attack. 00. All right. So it was a tripping call on the Cougars player and a roughing call on Scotland. What do we got there? It's Shoup and Sanford in the corner. 00 and Krillman just sitting off. And that's blown dead. Face off in the Storm D zone. 5:04 to go in the period. Tie game. 2 apiece. O'Donnell on the draw. Wins. Over to Cluett. Cluett rims it around. Welsh gets there. A little stick lift. Out into the neutral zone. Back in. Lopez picks it up. Now in behind the Storm net. Lopez skating up. Tries to get between two pink jerseys, and they bat it off the stick. So we regroup. Cluett behind him. Lopez on this side. Pokes it up. Delayed penalty. Sully heads to the bench for an extra attacker. That one's a slash on the Cougars. So we're going on a McTriple. I guess quadruple power play. Although one was 4-on-4, 5-on-5 even strength, so not really a power play. So the Cougars with 2 in the box, Scotland in the box for the New Scotland Storm. Odie on the McDonald's power play. I think maybe we should just call it the McPower play. Sully setting it up for Donnie. 007 in behind the net. Donnie out the far side. Donnie's going to pass it to Odie. Odie in now around in behind the net. Out to cousin Donnie at the point. Odie shot. It was just over the net. Krillman's going to pick it up behind the net. Odie on the nearest corner. Half wall. Out to the high slot. Fakes the slap shot. Passes to Odie. Through traffic. Blocker save. Rebound. Picked up by Clements. Up to the half wall to Krillman. Going to backhand it around. Over into the far corner. Odie, no one coming over the top. And they're going to get it out of there. All the way down. Sully's going to set it up for 007. With a minute to go in the power play. Brought to you by McDonald's on Spring Road, Winpool Road, Elmsdale. Oh! Almost off the post. Owen O'Donnell. Not for sure that was in. Ref right there immediately calls it no goal. Odie back through. He's got one to beat. Tries to get it through his legs. He does, but they get some sticks on it and loses it. McLeod picks it up, sits it to O'Donnell. Off the side, Clements. Back to McLeod to Clements and behind the net. Gets his spot there. 00 keeps it in. He's in the high slot, gives it to Odie. Odie over to McLeod in the low slot. Fighting in a bunch of pink jerseys. And they clear that down with 5 seconds to go on the McPower play. Sullivan Cherry setting it up for 007. Donnie. Slapping it on down. McLeod picks it up line. On the wall, Juice. Gallant tries to chip it off the boards, but it hit something funny and didn't go out. Picked up by the pink jersey. Grillman. Big check into the corner. They keep it in. Shoot, bouncing, stick save. Rebound, and the Cougars score. Cougars scored to take a 3-2 lead. Sorry, Glenn, didn't mean for that to be so loud. Get a little excited sometimes, I guess. 007 on the draw. Shoop on the chase. 007. Post seal. Post shot off the side of the net. A little bit of a different post seal. I like that. The glove up high. Down on one knee. Vertical pad against the post with the glove directly above it. Prevent almost anything on the short side. They'd have to go side for that one. Sorry, folks, as a goalie dad, I'm a little intrigued. Shot misses on this short side. Out in the neutral zone. Bass Christmas over to his D partner. Up at the blue line and getting it, attacking was Donnie. They get in through. They work around Scotland, shoot, save. Back to Bass Christmas at the blue line. Backhands over. This is D partner. Half wall Scotland there. Sullivan. Sanford. And they score one down under the pads. Storm could not get it out of their zone, out of their D zone. Really struggling there. They pay the price. Shoot coming over. Talking to the D coming off the ice. Coach Shoop, I should say. 26.8 seconds to go in the second period. Storm now trailing 4-2. Pass off the side of the net. Rebound out to Justin. Justin over to Gallant. Gallant on the far side. Back Juice. Perlman. He's going to lob that one down. As time expires, and there you go, Storm Chasers. That is the end of the second period, where your New Scotland Storm are trailing the Joneljim Cougars by a score of 4-2. The teams are heading back to the dressing room while they resurface the ice, and they'll be back in about 12 minutes or so for the third and final period. So, yeah, you can hold it if you want. So, we've got Easton Gallant here in the interview today. It's been a while, Easton.
It has.
So, what do you? Is it good to be back?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of my own hockey games, but now that I skipped practice this morning, I'm coming to Cape Breton, and now I'm here. Okay.
Okay. So what are you wearing underneath that jacket?
Wearing the new hoodies.
Oh, he's representing Big Brother's team.
Yep.
Right on. What do you think of the game so far?
I think it's going okay. Just we need to pick it up because we're 3 or 2 goals off.
Yeah. What do you think they got to do better?
Compete
a little harder, get first to the puck?
Yeah, tend like hungry for the puck or something.
Yeah.
Work hard
Right on. Anything else you want to say before we wrap this up? Anything else to add? Tells Camden to skate.
Camden should probably get harder. He has been, I don't know, but I think he'd work harder like he used
great.
to
Tell
do.
him he's doing great.
Yeah, he is doing great right now.
All right.
He was doing great last year too. That's all I got on me.
Sounds good, Easton. Thank you.
I didn't come up here for nothing.
Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Storm Watchers. As your New Scotland Storm take the ice for the third and final period of this tilt against the Joneljim Cougars. Storm enter the third period trailing by a score of 4-2. Shots are 14 for the Cougars, 19 for the Storm. Storm obviously have had some issues in their first two periods. A lot of issues with a little bit of compete, being first to the puck, coasting, a few not finishing checks, things like that the team needs to button up here for the third period if they ultimately want to have some success. All the four officials out on the ice. The nets are set. 1 minute to go. So, if you need an insurance quote or a second opinion on your coverage, out to Cluett Insurance at cluettinsurance.ca. They'll give you a free quote, consultation, free quote, and an assessment on all your needs. Cluett Insurance, because life happens. cluettinsurance.ca. Rogers in through traffic. Nelson pokes it up, half wall. Number 4 over to Suds. Gets past 6. Rogers, Nody, a little bit of confusion there. Odie picks it up, trying to work through a bunch of pink jerseys. Hey, Cougars send it over to the other side. Get there first, drive it into the zone. Rogers skating back. Picks it up, reverses around. Boat at the half wall, gets past him. They poke it back down in. And out of play. Face off will be in the Storm D zone. You're looking to hire? Or maybe you're looking for a career change and don't know where to start. Don't know how to do a resume. Reach out to Jen Warrington and the Fusion Group. They can help you with your recruiting issues and can coach you through changing your career. That's Jen Warrington and the Fusion Group. The Fusion Group, I believe, .com. Gotta look that up, going from memory here. On the road, don't have all my stuff. 007. That was tipped down out of the air, close, high stick. Storm pokes it to it first, though. So that's waved off. Sanford's going to pick it up in the far corner. Scotland behind the Storm net, rimming around. Cougars keep it in the zone. Sanford on the wall. It's up to Shoop on the half wall. He pokes it forward up to Claire, who falls. I don't know if she got hit there or wasn't watching. Back around, Sanford. Out in front. Loose puck. Stormer hemmed in. They need to get the puck out. And there they get what they need as Sully flashes the leather and scoops that one out and snags that one out of the air. Around the league, we have a final score in Dartmouth where the Warewell Bombers have defeated the Dartmouth Whalers 3-1. And the Bandits have come back and they have defeated the Truro Bearcats 5-4. Grillman rims it around to the near side. Offside. 18:01 to go in the third period in the game. And of course, here in North Sydney, where the Storm followed the Storm here, but the Storm is mostly happening outside. They're trailing the Cougars 4-2. Lopez gets it out into the neutral zone. Krellman puts that on net. This is a little bit off to the side. Rebound. Clements, now McLeod. Out in front to Boudreau. Shot and a save. Clements. Now McLeod gets hit as he's releasing, goes short. Misses short side. Lopez keeps it in. Hits a player. McLeod shot. That hits another player. Chipped out over Lopez. Coming back down through. Krillman's there. Loose puck in front of the net. Just misses just over top of the net. Lopez picks up the loose puck. His pass into the skates. Number 11 picks it up now across the red line. Dumps it in as he heads to the bench for a change. Juice is on the chase. Round to the far side. Aiden O'Donnell just gets past him. Chip around Rogers, turn, go. Over the top is T-Man Cluett. He gets hit into the boards. And it looks like we're going on a McPower play, just watching Tommy Gunn. Make sure he's okay. That's Mitchell Gould going to the box for the Cougars. And like I said, the Storm will go on the McPower play. With O'Donnell, Shoup, Welsh. Tommy Gunn stays on with Rogers as your D pair. Oh, we got off. It's not a McPower play. It's 5-on-5. That's why they're on like that. Odie's in the box. Two minutes for boarding on the Cougar player, 2 minutes for roughing them on Odie. Welsh up to double O. Donnie in, shot. And a glove save. Face off in the Cougar zone. Didn't realize Odie was heading to the box. Head over to newscotlandclothing.ca and sign up for their email list and get 15% off your first order. newscotlandclothing.ca. Cole McLeod at the half wall, dumps it in deep. Clements on the hunt. Poke it off, back down and through. Brody Dawson tries to get it through Scotland's feet, and that gets through. And the Cougars score. And the Storm go down 5-2. Go down by 3. 5-2. Big Mac on the faceoff. And Clements is heading to the box, so we are going on a penalty kill. Coach Shoup has his hand up, looking to speak to one of the refs, maybe get some clarification. Doesn't look like they were going to afford him that courtesy. Pass Christmas over to Suds, back to Pat Christmas. Up to, I believe that's Sinclair. 2 minutes for charging. The Stormer on the penalty kill. That one through traffic. Gets deflected wide. They send it back in deep to Dawson. Dawson picks it up to Sinclair. Looks up to Christmas. Now McLeod gets out through. McLeod's through. McLeod! Oh, just misses. Sorry, guys, got loud again. And he worked his way through there to even get that shot off. Brody Dawson. Back shot smothered. Into the red basket by Sully. Bring back out to the game is Odie. I didn't catch the Cougars there. They don't have any name bar, so it's numbers only. 21, oh yeah, Mitchell Gould. Face off in the zone, Owen O'Donnell. So it's still a Cougars power play for the next 57 seconds. If you'd like to sponsor the penalty kill, we have openings. Just message the team on one of their socials. And that bouncing puck snagged out of the air again by Sully, flashing the leather. 36 seconds to go on the Storm penalty kill. Double O on the face-off, over to the near point. Shot misses short side. They try to bat it down into the corners. Nelson spurts out into the neutral zone. Back into their D zone where they regroup. Met at the boards by Tommy Gunn, or Mr. T. 007. Foot race with assistant captain Cohen McIsaac. And the penalties expired. Out in front of the net. Sully got a pink player in front of him. And they're offside. 12:57 to go in the game. Storm are trailing by 3 now. 5-2. Shots are 20 apiece. Odie. Land at the wall. No, Scotland. He's going to rim that around. It's going to get out into the neutral zone. Down into the Cougars D zone where they regroup. The land on the attack. Fluid now into the corner. Sanford. Send it into the near corner. Gallant with the pressure. Down to the far side. Juice is there. Gallant dumps it down into the O zone. Juice skating across the front of the net with Odie. Juice and Odie there on the wall. Sorry, folks. Odie gets it out to Lopez in the high slot. Odie on the wall, trying to work out through to get a shot off as he's falling. Krillman, that one I thought he kept it in. That one squirted out behind him. Shot, save. Lant gets that one out to the neutral zone where that's recovered by Bass Christmas for the Cougars. He's going to skate that in. And he shot. Sully with the save. Boudreau, he overskates it. Recovered by Big Mac, or Mac Daddy, sorry. Squirts out, and that's into the zone where Big Mac's going to recover that. Wide angle shot off the side of the net. Loose puck. Grillman. Through traffic, hits 21 in the shin pads. Cougars recover, go back the other way, over to 22. Brody Ford is number 22. Lopez tying him up in the corner. Big Mac. Pass is intercepted. Back into the zone. Lopez tying him up. And Mac truck just hits him. Lays them on their ass. .10:32 to go in the game. Grillman picking it up in the Storm D zone. Over to Rogers. Loses it. Pass over to McLeod. Cloud in. Centers it. Battling is Mac trying to get to the puck. Shoot. Nelson pokes out to the neutral zone. Nelson dumps in. Storm's offside. They just get on the attack now. Shupin. Donnie. Nelson. shot misses up high over the net. I'm going to pass it out here to the point. No, maybe not. Suds puts it down in the area of the net, goes into the far corner, now back up to the half wall. Nelson overskates a little bit quick, can't get it flicked out into the neutral zone. Now we get it out there, 007. Cutting across the near side of the ice, a little east-west, west-east. Off Welsh's stick and into the zone. Storm get a line change. Sanford is there blocking the way, battling in the corner, rimming it around. They're going to keep it in at the line. Odie picking it up on the wall. Odie shot off the side of the net. Cougars going to pick it up, skate it out. Across the red line. Getting it in on the near side. Centering pass. Claire ties him up. Now into the corner. Sanford picks up the puck. Passes it over to Glamp. The pass is picked off. Fast Christmas already has a goal. Trips all on his own, I thought. But I guess not. I guess looking at the camera must have missed that. Scotland trip. So the Storm are going on the penalty kill. Odie on the faceoff. Scotland's second penalty of the game. Odie in the corner. Support from Krillman. Cougars at the half wall. Suds, the shot. I think Sully got some blocker on that, drive it a little wider. I think it was already going wide on that one. Back out to the point. They wind up, shot, stick save, driven up into the netting above the glass. And with 1:15 to go on the Storm penalty kill, the face-off will be in the Storm zone. So kind of like in a penalty kill, you need protection. Well, you need to protect your home, your auto, your business, even your life. When you do, reach out to Fluid Insurance. They'll give you a full assessment, consultation assessment, and quote. FluidInsurance.ca. Fluid Insurance, because life happens. Storm still on the penalty kill. Back out to the high slot, over to the far side. Bouncing through. Sully gets a pad on that. Pokes out. Big Mac skating it through the neutral zone. Gets over to Welsh, but he's tied up. Unable to receive it. Back the other way now are the Cougars. Back out to the point. Up to the half wall. Tipped by our own player, I think that was, in front of the net. Driven wide. "13 seconds to go on the Storm PK. And that should just about kill it. That one gets past Sanford down into the Storm zone. As Scotland races out of the bench, comes across the ice, west to east. Cloud goes on. Stretch pass to Donnie. They get a blocker save, driven up. Puck's driven up into the net above the glass. And with 6:03 to go in the game, we'll have a face-off in the Cougar zone. Storm trailing by 3. 5-3. Odie, now Big Mac. Player tying him up, letting everybody get caught up. That's into the shin pads of Krillman, into the corner. Puck still there. Krillman. Cougars out. Player on the attack. Odie scoops that one out, flicks it up off the boards and out into the neutral zone. Guess that was off the glass. 007. Now McLeod. Now Odie. Gets a stick taken out of his hand, and there's going to be a penalty, and the Storm should be going on the McPower play. And that's Madden Gillis heading to the box again. The Storm are heading on a McPower play. Storm need to score on this power play. Storm have just taken a 30-second timeout because they need to score on this power play, being down 3 goals with only 5:24 to go in the game. NewScotlandClothing.ca has fresh inventory, fresh designs in stock. They're constantly changing out their models or their designs. Their hoodies and their zip-up hoodies are absolutely fantastic, highest quality material. I can attest to that, and keep you warm in these ice-cold rinks. NewScotlandClothing.ca. Great place to get some Christmas gifts. So, on this Storm McPower play, Clouds on the face-off. Got Aiden O'Donnell, Owen O'Donnell, Big Mac, and Grillman. Over to Grillman. Grillman not quite in his honey hole. Odie, shot, rebound, and premature whistle. McLeod. Odie. Scooting around over to cousin Donnie. Grillman back to Odie off the skate. Shot off the crossbar into the netting above the glass and out of play. 1:36 to go on this McPower play, brought to you by McDonald's Restaurants on Quinpool Road, Spring Garden Road, Elmsdale, New Glasgow. Shoot, I can't even remember where else these McDonald's owners have restaurants. Get a full list for you for these McPower plays. .007. They're grouping, coming out with some speed. Storm need to start their comeback here on this power play, like Glenn Pruitt was commenting. Grillman's gonna get some more movement happening there, boys. Spinorama, shot, rebound. That one is smothered up, and there's a scrum in front of the net. That puck was live. There was no whistle. 4:24 to go in the game, down by 3. Minute 1 to go on the McPower play. I think with this road trip, there's been a lot of visits to McDonald's area between today and what will be happening tomorrow. Imagine after tomorrow's game, most of the team will be visiting the Glasgow location. Big Mac is on the face-off as the puck goes on into the Cougar bench. 4:19 to go in the game. Need to be rescued from your wet basement? Then you need Permadry. Permadry.com. Owen O'Donnell, shot in the breadbasket. Score McLeod! Scores to get this power play, McDonald power play goal to get the team back, get the Storm back within 2. And that is Cole's 11th goal of the season and his 17th point. Owen O'Donnell out for the faceoff. He wins back to Krillman. 4:10 to go in the game, Storm Watchers. Sanford. Pass into the skates. Krillman's going to recover. Yeah, that's icing Storm. Double O on the draw. Scotland. Rims it around. Shoot. Pass over to Welsh. Welsh's goal earlier. They stay onside. 007. Shot. Rebound. And that goes in. The rebound trickles in. And the Storm, with 3:39 to go in the game, get back to within one on the Owen O'Donnell goal. Gets a shot. The shot falls down, trickles into the net. So 5-4 game now. Storm need one to tie it up with 3:39 to go. Got Odie out, Big Mac out with Odie and Glant. Odie's going to rim it around to the far side. Glant's going to reach in there at the stick. Cougars come out with it. Trying to set the Cougars on their heels a bit, but they've come out, it looks like, here now on the attack. Scotland battling in behind the net. Sanford now in the corner. Off the glass and into the Storm. D zone. Sanford picks it up and behind the net. Reverse. That gets past Glant. They keep it in. Shot misses wide. Rebound comes over to the half wall. McLeod picks it up. Passes it to O'Donnell. Passes it over to Glant. Glant's in on the far side. Shot. Slow stick save. Gets the rebound. It's one of the great things about those low shots like that to the stick and pads is that they create, number one, create goalie movement. And number two, create juicy rebounds normally. Out in front of the net. Unfortunately, he couldn't get his own rebound, and Aiden hadn't made his way there yet. He's on the attack. Got 007, Welsh, Clements. Krillman over to Lopez. Lopez. Stormer offside. When Clements' feet didn't go in, wasn't quite sure where it was. Sully gets a stick on that, drives in behind the net. Krillman sends it around over to the far side. Stepping up for the Cougars are going to be there first. And behind the Storm net around to the near side. Krillman. Double O. Up to Young Man River. Who opened up the scoring for the Storm. Trying to pass it out front. Lopez over the top, pokes that one out. Is able to still get it in. Krillman's going to be first to the puck. A little delay up to Clements at the half wall. He's going to skate now, pass it up to Odie. Just in the just outside the O zone in the neutral zone. Lopez poking it up the wall, trying to get it through those red shin pads. Odie scoops that one out, comes across west to east, into the zone. In wide, now trying to cut across. Still has the puck. Nelson, back to Odie. Back over to Krillman. 1:15 to go. Oh, almost went in. And Gallant there, poking it. 1:05 to go. Sully heading to the bench. Extra attacker, Owen O'Donnell coming on the ice. Nelson up to that shot to the mask. Oh, he didn't have it. Ref thought he did. Blew the whistle. He's dropping the puck. Face off in the Cougar zone with 54.1 seconds to go. Storm are changing their lines. They've got 5 forwards on and 1 defenseman. Perlman being the only defenseman. They just missed the empty net wide. Perlman back behind the net, 35 seconds to go. So really only going to have this one last chance to get it right. Dumping it in is Gallant. Cougars rim it around. Picking it up in the neutral zone. No, he doesn't. Back in the D zone is O'Donnell. Donnie to Krillman. 15 seconds to go to Donnie. Off the stick. You lose it. Four seconds to go. It looks like it's going to Oaks. And there you have it, Storm watchers. The Storm came back, but ultimately dropped the game 5-4 to the Joneljim Cougars. Shots are 23 for the Cougars, 32 for the Storm. So the Storm head back to the hotel, licking their wounds, regrouping. They jump on the bus at 6:30 tomorrow morning to head to, I'm going to do a handshake, to head to Pictou County Wellness Center. Looks like some of the Storm players had already gone to the dressing room. Anyway, they're going to head to the Pictou County Wellness Center for an 11 a.m. game versus the Warewell Bombers. Thanks for tuning in, and we will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow's game will also be broadcast by Petter Sports out of Pictou County, I believe, as well. But thank you for tuning in and have a great evening.